Welcome to episode whatever. Let's go.
Yes.
Go, Shorty. It's your birthday.
Potty, yaddy, 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 yaddy. Get it? It's not body, it's potty.
Potty, potty, potty.
Potty, yaddy, 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 yaddy.
We turned 21 today. We turned 21.
Cheers.
We're going to start this episode off by shotgunning a beer.
And it is a Hamm's.
American lager.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had Hamm's other than like maybe if you or coach gave me one randomly after a game.
I will say that Hamm's does permeate the entertainment locker room. Probably the favorite of the entertainment staff. So, Hamm's, if you're looking to sponsor something, how about a podcast?
Since 1865. And is that a lion with a sword with a crown on?
That is.
Wow.
Yeah.
And here, Bud Light or Budweiser, all they have is the
king.
stupid stallions. Are they stallions? No, what are they called?
The Clydesdales.
Clydesdales.
Yes.
Let's go. It sounds like a type of salami.
So in order to do this,
That's Cloverdale.
your non-thrusting hand.
Oh, by the way, we are shotgunning a beer.
We are shotgunning a beer.
And because we are now 21, I have never shotgunned a beer to completion. So Josh is going to try and teach me how to do this.
So make sure the opening is up. So after you puncture it,
gosh.
you have to open it and then bring it to your mouth so it doesn't spill all over the place, which it will. And when you you want to hit it in, give it a quick jab.
I'm so nervous.
Do you want to do this
now.
at the same time, or do you want me to do one?
I want to do it at the same time so you can't stare at me doing it.
Well, that'd be really creepy.
Performance anxiety.
So also hold it at a bit of an angle so it doesn't come out the top. But what you're going to be doing is you're going to be drinking from here, and don't bust your lip.
Oh, that's right. You are drinking from the hole.
You are. 1, 2, 3.
It's just running.
Sarah, I'm staring at Sierra.
I put a hole.
And we both are wet.
Oh my gosh.
And
I didn't even get one. Do I get a sip on a beer now? Because you got to have one and I didn't. I literally poked a hole.
My brand new Umbro shirts, my pants look like
I poked a hole like a bullet through the can. I'm dying. My eyes are watering. Oh. If that's not the short being used to promote this episode, I don't know what else is. Wow.
Happy 21st.
Cheers.
All right. Hold on. There's going to be somewhere in the next 10 seconds there'll be a giant burp coming out of me, which we can beep out. But it wouldn't be a birthday party without presents. So first,
I'm all wet. That's what she said. Oh shoot. I'm having this old-fashioned.
For Sierra, I brought her a can of Pocari Sweat.
What's that?
This is a Japanese, it's kind of their Gatorade.
Oh.
So it's actually, there's not a lot of sugar. No matter how many times in my life I've drank this stuff, it never tastes like I think it's going to when I do it.
You're making that up.
No.
Yeah, because this is all in Korean. And how do you know there's not a lot of sugar?
It is an energy. It's not an energy drink. It's a Gatorade type thing.
I guess.
Replenish. So
I want to be able to read
this. It's not sweet at all. So probably
Am I supposed to have this right now?
You can have it whenever you want.
Okay, great.
Okay.
you have beer on your cheek.
I can't wait for that drive home. I might have to borrow a shirt. And
because if you get pulled over, sir, have you been drinking? No.
Not well. Not well.
I just bathed in beer. I'm sorry.
And for Joey, I have some sweet and spicy flavor Chinese potato chips. Wow. So he just looks like he wants you to savor it. I mean, don't even open it because he's just like inviting you to the chips, but not to eat them. So just...
Is this how it's supposed to open?
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Thank you. By the way, Josh got me this old-fashioned on home opener of last year.
Sierra may have been a little stressed, and I thought, oh, let's get her a drink. And hold on a second. The first one...
Oh!
There you go.
You can tell it.
Oh, that is a...
Do you want some?
I do not, thank you.
Okay, well, I'm going to have it.
Already right now, I'm a danger to myself and others with this beer all over me.
A Dash Fire bourbon old-fashioned cocktail that doesn't have an expiration date on it.
Can you imagine what this place is going to smell like in a week when we come back?
Oh my gosh, it's going to smell like cleaning up after a concert. Woo! Crashed beer cans on the ground. Looking for any dropped 20s or weed.
I found a free Saints ice cream cup. Bring it home for the kids. Okay.
Yeah, that is you.
That was me. Now I can get them whenever I want. We are going to talk about...
Hey, that's actually not terrible. It tastes like an old-fashioned.
You like old-fashioned?
I don't know what I was expecting it to... When things come in cans, you expect them to taste like more processed and more sweet. Mm-hmm. This actually, if this was on ice, it's taking me to a nice distillery.
Nice. What's in an old-fashioned? Is it...
Bibbers. I swear I only had one sip of that beer. Bourbon, bitters, orange slice, sugar, and cherries. But I usually don't do the orange or the cherries a ton at home. I can
smell all that in that can. So that's,
yeah.
Nice. What did you do on your actual 21st birthday?
I have beer still up my nostrils, so.
Please loop that in slow motion. I want to see what that looks. There was the moment of like, I've committed. Beer's everywhere. I can't take it back. I can't stop it.
That was great.
That was fun. What did you do on your 21st birthday? Do you remember?
I went out downtown Minneapolis. So I was at the U of M as a student, but we didn't ever go to downtown Minneapolis. Okay.
Where was your hangout?
I don't know if my mom listens to this or not. I did have a fake, but I only had it for like the 2 or 3 months leading up to me being 21. So I was almost 21 anyways. But a lot of my roommates, I was the oldest one, December 6th. I had a December 22nd, so she was close behind me, but they all had fakes too. So I think them and then my brother and his girlfriend at the time, not my sister-in-law, came out. And I just remember, gosh, we were just terrible orderers of drinks, but my friends, I'm not kidding. They had more shots that night than I did. Like they woke up more hungover than I did the next morning because I didn't want to be. So I had turned down shots a lot, but they would just continue to buy them and be like, well, she's not going to have this. I'm going to have it. So it's like, but we ordered shots and I'm not the one that ordered them. But at the time, my roommate thought it would be really, really funny for a good picture. Because back then it was like you brought your is it Nikon? Or Nikon. Canon camera out to the bars with you because you didn't have that capability on your phone. Really dating myself.
Or even a phone?
I had a phone.
Okay, so.
Well, and I think you could take pictures, but they were like crappy ones. And then the next day you'd spend 3.5 hours to upload them on Facebook because, it took that long. And then you had to caption and then you had to tag everyone in it. But anyways, my friend ordered a blowjob shot and here I am with my brother and we're both like, have you ever taken those? They literally make it in a low ball and they put 2 straws, but then they with whipped cream, draw the shape of the male appendage. And so here me and my brother are right next to each other taking this shot together because you're sipping it out of it. So that's what I did on my 21st.
The shots that you were referring to or shot glasses for us with whipped cream on top. So you would actually...
This bar actually went full in. No, you didn't.
Okay, good.
I have had that kind before where, you have to use your mouth.
Straw going through the back of your skull.
No, it looked more like the real thing.
Gotcha.
If the real thing was white and fluffy and creamy. Oh my gosh, where have we gone with this one?
Hey, we're 21. We can do what we want. We're moving out of our parents' basement. Yeah.
Oh, that's what happens when you're 21? Well, I mean, I was in college.
I think my stuff was just in in a couple suitcases, just kind of a hint, when you're ready to go. Oh. Yeah, no, I was gone. Okay, we're gonna play a game, Sierra Bailey. No, let's do some baseball.
Did
stuff
we even say who we were? We didn't do. This was I actually enjoy this intro more than anything. I think we should continue to shotgun beers every single one until I get it right.
It's an outside activity. Yeah. In here, someone's
but next time we need ponchos.
Hey, welcome to Funny in Theory, a cry for help. I'm Joshua Will, Director of Entertainment, etc., here at St. Paul Saints Baseball Club.
And I'm Sierra. And we also have Joey with us today.
Woo, Joey!
Yeah, turn that
Hi.
microphone on.
Can you hear me?
Yes. You have to take a shot or have a drink too.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have anything over here, so.
Well, you might have to open up that door behind you and go get one from the fridge.
We'll wait for you.
Yeah. Okay. We just talked so much crap about her as she walks away.
She got an espresso machine.
That's what she wanted.
Yes.
Good. Have you tried it yet?
No, it's actually really complicated. I didn't know that. There's like 9 steps just to like set it up. So it might take a while before anyone gets like a cappuccino or something from me.
Okay.
All right.
We're
Well,
looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And notice I said espresso and not the Minnesota espresso.
What's Nespresso?
Nespresso, that's the brand.
Oh, yeah.
Kind
Okay.
of like Mr. Coffee, but
I think I
Brad
kind
Pitt
of.
and George Clooney actually do commercials for it.
So it just makes espresso, right? Like little small shots?
The Nescafe ones,
Sure.
those are kind of like Keurigs. So depending on,
Keurig?
yeah, you know where you put the coffee cup.
You mean Keurig?
Oh, I'm sorry, Keurig. Yes,
Oh, wow.
Keurig. If you're listening, go ahead and sponsor us.
Keurig.
Keurig. Obviously, I don't use them that much. I'm a ground coffee type person.
Yeah, you're old school.
I am. We used to have a cold press, and I was like, I'm working way too much for this coffee that
Yeah.
I'm not really enjoying to begin with. So
For sure.
we talked beforehand about what we wanted to talk about today, and Sierra and I are going to try to sell each other on-field promos. We're going to
Is that the game?
no, we have a game, save the game for later.
Oh, okay.
We're going to wait for that old fashioned to kick in, and then,
Well,
so my first one, I'm trying to think more visually and less talky. And
also,
yes,
that was bad, Josh. I did that at the end.
that at the end. Yes.
Just want to let everyone know how dedicated we are to this podcast because, one, we wouldn't be drinking if we were doing this at a normal time because usually we do this during work days. But we are closed from the 23rd to the 3rd. And it is December 27th. And we are in
We've come in
At the ballpark.
specifically for this podcast.
to record this podcast.
And a wonderful little Christmas miracle, George Samus was here
Yes, he's getting ready for baseball camp.
and lights my heart up every single time I see him.
That's good.
Just a joy.
Yep. So I just wanted to say, like, we are dedicated to the 4 of you.
Enjoying it.
One of these times we'll partner up with each one of you, and then we'll just have an extra body. We'll need to recruit somebody.
We'll let you know next time we're recording, and we'll let you do a call in.
Yeah.
Caller, you're on the line?
Carl.
Okay, we're having some technical difficulties right now. First one is called, this is the one I was very excited about, and I hope I sell it, but I want to call it Hog Ball.
Okay.
I want there to be, I'll make up a no less than 5 feet, but all upwards to 10-foot ball. Big pink ball with a pig face on it. So can you imagine this right now? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is it an inflatable or
It's an
like
inflatable.
Okay.
So it's got to be relatively light. So it's not something that stays on the ground. And I want 2 teams of either 3, 5, 10, doesn't matter. But just imagine each team has their own colored T-shirt, so you can see it. This is in center field. The goal is, and I came up with this while I'm sure there's variations of it, but my kids play a game called Don't Let the Balloon Touch the Ground.
Yeah.
That's simply it, and I'm sure all kids play it. That's the goal, is once that ball is up in the air, Team 1 has to try to get it all the way over to the left field stand. Team 2 has to try to get over to right field, or wherever we say it, but the ball has to stay up in the air. So imagine all these people running around.
Is it 2 different balls or 1 ball?
One ball. So it's you're basically pushing this ball, trying to get it over the people. You know, are people going to strategically say, okay, 2 people go far away in case the ball's there, you can kick it back, and you basically
So are you trying to keep the ball up?
you're trying to keep it up, and you're trying to get it over to one side or the other. So there's a finish line.
I love this.
Okay,
But I'm going to tweak it a smidge.
that's your job.
You have too many things going on. It's
absolutely.
either one team and they have to keep it up the entire time,
Okay.
or it's just 2 teams against each other. It doesn't matter if it's up in the air. You're just trying to score. If you try to keep it up in the air and there's like another team involved, it's going to fall down immediately.
Sure. And so, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It doesn't have to stay up in the air because there's no way to enforce that.
Yeah.
But the goal, obviously, is to try to get it up and over people. And I love the idea of all these colors and all this activity going. And again, thinking big, because if you're behind home plate, you need to be able to see something out there.
Well, yeah.
And
I just see them running into the center fielder on accident.
it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Do you remember what did we play? The world's or 2-person tag? Last summer, we had 2 people, or dodgeball, 2-person dodgeball.
Yeah, it was terrible.
But the center fielder just was like, did not understand, like, let me just step out of the way just for 5 seconds.
It was hilarious in theory, but I totally forgot that there was no walls.
No walls. And they were so
when
winded.
they would throw the ball and miss, it would just continue to go. And then they'd have to sprint after the ball for, a good 50 yards.
And it was only 60 seconds, but they were so
And then
winded.
they'd miss again and they'd have to sprint. There was no middle line that you couldn't cross.
So
next time.
that's hog ball, though. And you're right. It doesn't have to stay up in the air the entire time. The goal is, I just like the idea of it up here rather than people doing that. But the minute you kick it or the minute you punch it, I think there's something there.
Okay.
Okay.
Dig it.
Okay. Now, we have, I told you this pre-recording. I was washing dishes. I came up with an idea and I thought, yeah, that's it. This is so good. No idea what it is. Never wrote it down. It was like a dream. Did it happen? Did it not? I'm sure I'll remember it and it'll be like a Sunday at 10 o'clock and I'll text you and you'll be like, son,
just write it in your notes.
I'll write it in my notes. To sell these, I'm trying to come up with catchy titles as well, and they all stink.
Titles come later.
Sun Country, the planes, funny in theory. The get to going.
Yeah.
Funny in theory. When they fly, fantastic, beautiful, all the things that I say. Last season, they didn't really work. Season before that, they didn't really work. I want to keep it going, but we have to find the right planes. I love stuff being shot from cannons. So I have something called Choose the Right Flight. We get 3 air cannons. You get 3 balls, 3 whatever you want to stuff in there. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to say balls right now. And behind them are streamers. So when they come out, it's big. Okay, so now you're watching. Someone is on the opposite side with a fishnet. On each one of the balls is, here's your $25 voucher, here's your $50 voucher, here's your $100 voucher. When they're up, it's not going to be the same trajectory. So you have a chance of catching all 3. And again, I'm just making up random numbers, random colors, blah, blah, blah. Okay. You can walk away with all 3. You can walk away with 1. You can walk away with nothing.
Okay.
But I love the idea of the streamers coming out. And if we have to replace the planes, that's an idea. I'm still going to look for the planes because that is still one of my favorite promos.
I want to get a new T-shirt cannon that works.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could get 3, though. That's excessive.
But again, if it's not the cannons, it might be a huge, slingshot. Those have worked in the past when we
sometimes
bloodied that kid's lip.
They sometimes work.
But the other thing
depends on who's slinging.
Even if it's just one.
That beer number 1.
I try to keep that so silent, but that came right up the nose. Even if it's just one. So that's the idea too. But again, the idea of a trailing thing, and while it's in the air, you know that yellow is 100, you know that red is 50. So you have to make that decision too at the last moment of which one do I go to.
Nice.
That's it.
I think I said I wanted a Sun Country Plinko board where the bottom was like $50 off, $100 flight, free flight, and then you never know. But like a big one that would be like the size of like an entire outfield like wall sign.
Plinko is a lot like the corner bounce. There's not a lot to it, but for some reason you're like watching it the entire time. Yeah.
But it would be huge, and the contestant is standing at the top of the concourse, and they would just lean over the railing and place it. I don't know. Some of my others, gosh, I don't remember. Hang on.
Sure.
I'm back.
Hey.
I've been looking up. I've been trying to find, I don't have names for any of these. I'm actually trying to figure out ones that we can pitch to clients and do. And I wanted
were these unpitchable?
No, they might be.
Okay.
It depends on, but I'm trying to figure out like 4 specific clients I have in mind. Like I would love to switch this up. I've been trying to find an inflatable like slide. So then, but has stairs on it to where we can like throw a whole bunch of oil on the stairs. So it's really hard to get up to the slide. And then once they do, they finally get to the first one. Mm-hmm. First person out of maybe like 2 or 3, they get to go down and like they win something. And It does exist, but the exact like model in my brain, I haven't been able to find it yet.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I was like, that would be so funny. It's like, how do you clean up an oil thing? But that's after the fact. Let's get there first. Yes.
It wouldn't be like, it's not going to drip everywhere.
Could we just have someone at the top of the fire hose? I'm joking.
I don't know. And I was thinking we could just come out of center field. And
That'd be great, yeah.
Right?
No, across the street from our house, the park, they have a corn festival every year, and that exact slide is there. Very simple, probably as tall as this fake ceiling right here. You know, it's 9-10 feet. That'd be hysterical, yeah.
Yeah. But that's also one of those, could be funny in theory, and then if you spend like $3,000 on an inflatable and it doesn't work, you're like, shoot.
We'll auction it at the end of the year.
Yeah.
By the way, the cars are gone. Thank you, if that was you or whoever.
It wasn't me.
They were gone one day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Somebody must have picked them. Dang, I wasn't even alerted.
Nope, me neither. I was like, because I wrote you and I was like, oh, we got to get rid of those cars. And then I went down the week later. It's like, oh, well, that happened. All right, here.
Either that or they drove off themselves.
That's fine. We haven't heard from them. Okay. I like that.
Another one is I'm trying to think of babies. They want to promote the birthing center. Health Partners does, right? I'm just not sold on the big baby race. It's not my favorite.
I had an idea, and I'll hit you up with it after. But I was thinking the same thing before, but now that you've said it, I'm the same way.
So I would love to use actual, not babies, but like toddlers, like 2-year-olds, ones that can move. I just picture like if there was a way of like a kid being able to climb something and do something on their own. Do you know, I'm not kidding, do you know how the fans would be like?
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe it was like a mini play tykes, like steps and a slide. Like people would get so happy for that baby that they were finally able to climb up the stairs and go down the slide.
Something
They'd
very
be like,
simple, but...
So simple. And it's like for a little kid, they would totally like cheer so loudly that the kid was able to do it. Like people love little kids. I don't like using kids for promotions that should be for adults because we've talked about this. It's not funny when a kid fails. But like I think for a little toddler, everyone would be like, oh. And then it would happen. Another one, I really want to do this really bad. So if they don't like that idea of a kid going down the slide, I'm not sold on that one either. This one I do want to do.
But there's something there, definitely.
Have you ever watched toddler races?
Yes.
Like 2 years old, like, and they have separate lanes and they're like, they think they're running so fast, but they are not. And so
it's just nothing but arms.
It is. And then one I watched like maybe a week ago, they had mini like hurdles for the kids, but they were like maybe half a foot to a foot off the ground. And like kids would run up to it and like they'd either step over it or like one kid jumped and thought he was jumping over it, just jumped straight up and down. And so he was still on the wrong side and couldn't go anymore. And he just ran around it. That like it was so funny. And I'm like, man, something like that. If we could find 3 toddlers a night and we did a toddler race, like with little, like I'm not talking a 4-year-old, no, like 2 or 3-year-olds. And I just think it would be so funny.
Even things like that, you can put a line on the ground for 10 feet and say, just walk the straight line.
Yeah. Because kids are drunk.
Yeah, just little
like
drunk
us.
kids. Yeah.
Those are some of the ones that I've thought of, but I'm really hoping that we can pitch it to somebody. Because, I'm over some of our promotions.
I may have said this to you before, so I apologize if it was turned down. For the baby race, I want to create, or I want to fill up giant water balloons, like 10 pounds worth of water. So then you give it to the guys, and they have to put it under their shirt, and they have to run as far as they can. And the minute the water pops, they're out. So like their water breaks, but they have to try to waddle, 20 yards with this giant belly, and if the water breaks, they're done. And then we can race out with wheelchairs, then bring them to the end. But there's something visual about that I think would be really, really funny.
Again, we just like humiliate the crap out of adults, putting diapers on them, making them eat baby food.
I was talking to someone the other day, and I was like, you wouldn't believe stuff people will do when you're like, you want to be in front of a crowd? And they're absolutely fine. The stuff we've made people eat.
It's the memes.
People do. I remember during the season, you and I talked about the one fan who's like, I'm just coming to a baseball game. I don't need to see this stuff. Rah, 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 rah. But I remember at one point, someone stopped me and she's like, I just don't see you doing anything besides rally squirrel.
Because she's smart.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of like, hey, don't see us being anything but friends. I'm like, I offer so much more to this. And I think that may have been the day I was like, I'm done entertaining people. I don't know why I've turned to that voice, but I have. All right.
It's your crabby Josh.
My crabby Josh. No, this is a happy podcast.
That game.
This game.
I was going to try and get us 2022 like stupid glasses to wear for this because it is about to be the new year.
It is about. Okay, so this is...
You wash these?
I did wash these twice, and I put them in a bag. And that bag, by the way, is now covered in beer. Joey, do you have your list?
Yes.
I asked Joey last night to come up with a list to give to you.
Okay.
We are going to try to say things with this plastic gadget in our mouth. Things you would hear around CHS Field during a baseball game.
So I should send these to Sierra?
Yes. Oh, I went old school. I wrote it on a piece of paper, and you are going to...
Oh, I don't have paper.
You should have asked for that for Christmas.
I don't remember how you put this in your mouth.
I think the big part goes inside your cheeks. So it wraps around. I'm going to...
TWSS.
So something like that.
Oh, yeah.
This is also...
Are you going first then? You just took it out.
I somehow spit in my own eye. This is... Yes, so I'll go first. I'll do a 5 or 6 here, and you have to tell me what they say. Okay, so I am inserting...
Things that overheard at CHS Field?
Yes.
Okay.
During a game? Mine are all during a game.
Okay. What if it's just an event?
I don't know. Is this the way it goes? No, this doesn't seem right. You can understand everything that I'm saying.
No, that looks right. Do you want me to Google it really quick?
Yes.
I feel like the longer you have it like that, the worse it'll get.
What's this game called? Say what?
Say what?
Say what?
Okay, I have drool going down my left cheek. No.
Oh, watch your mouth. No, you have it in right.
Is it right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just...
Watch your mouth.
Okay. Nothing but teeth. Okay. First on.
That's also what she said.
Oh, Lord. Eddie to Fan Services.
Nothing. Eddie to Fan Services.
There you go. You can understand me. Take it away, Sago. See?
Take it away, Sago.
Watch for flying peanuts.
Watch for flying peanuts.
A dozen diaper, honey? The hands.
That's your stupid depends joke. I don't know.
I got you for Curry Sweat, and it's time to resume a cycle.
It's time to resume a cycle?
Yes.
I don't know what the beginning of your joke is. Adults in diapers?
Adults in diapers funny?
Oh, adults in diapers funny. Depends.
The hands.
Wow, that was good. I'm just really good at this game.
Yeah. No, maybe I'm really good at my articulation.
Ew, I hate mouth stuff. Like, I just had, don't look like that. Like, I just had a dentist appointment. Yes. Thanks, Joey. Last week. Mm-hmm. And I have good teeth, I would say. And it's...
When people ask me about you, I like, she has good teeth.
Yeah. Are you just saying that?
No, you actually have.
It's the only one compliment I can get from people.
I did not have a single cavity in my mouth until I was 22, and I had 2 small ones. The dentist at the time was preemptive, and she completely drilled out every single, even to this time, dentists are like, why was all that work done? I'm like, I don't know. So it looks like I have a mouthful of cavities, and I didn't. She was just being overly protective. She's like, down the road, you're going to get them. I think I got screwed by my dentist. Yeah, I'm really angry.
No, but...
Sorry, I don't know what's spit on me right now and what's beer. That's kind of... Teeth cleanings.
Sounds like a great 21st birthday.
Yeah, it is.
You ask me. No, I don't like the smell. I don't like the feel. I don't like anything. But no cavities. Team no cavities. Let's go.
No cavities at all?
I've had 2 cavities. One was when I got braces as a kid, they pulled extra teeth. So when I got my wisdom teeth, they wouldn't have to pull them. So they just grew right in.
Nice thinking. Yeah.
And one grew in with a cavity. I was like, well, this is some BS. Like, I didn't have anything to do with this. So that one I kind of count, but I don't count because that's not my fault. And then I got one, I think during the summer was my first like official one. And it hurt.
I had a, two real quick stories. I don't
know how to put this in. This?
The thick part, turn it around.
Oh, that's inside.
Now your lip wraps around.
Okay, you tell your story and then I'll put this in.
I had each one of my wisdom teeth pulled separately because I couldn't afford it. I didn't have dental insurance. So it's like it had to get to the point of like now it's coming out because everything really hurts. And what they would do is they would Novocaine it up, break it in my mouth, and then pull it. I had one dentist, he did all three, and they were fine. It was just kind of a pain in the butt. Fourth one, he couldn't do it, so I had to go to someone else. He broke it, couldn't get it out, and he is on top of me with his knee, and I'm laughing really hard because
would terrify me.
I was half in pain, half kind of scared. This is sucked.
Yeah.
And half laughing. I know it's 150%.
Yeah.
But I give 150%. But I'm laughing. And he got mad. He's like, "Why are you laughing?" I'm like, this is actually kind of a funny, if you're thinking about someone walked in right now, he had no, and I was
it looked like he was having an affair with you.
It really was, with a lot of instruments.
Well,
the other one was before this got pulled out, they had filled a cavity just temporarily that was in my wisdom tooth. They're like, we're not gonna drill it out. We're just gonna fill it. Filling came out, and I went in there. I'm like, well, I need you to pull the tooth now. I don't want to get that refilled. And he's like, well, no, that's not a wisdom tooth. I'm like, there is. How many teeth we have? I have an odd number. And he's like, no. And he counted. I'm like, count again. And it was like 23. He's like, oh, well, I guess this. And then when people can't admit they're wrong and they try to say, oh, I understood it differently, it's like, no, I have an odd number of teeth. That means whatever you pulled, same doctor who pulled it. Anyway, I can tell you where they're located in South Minneapolis and Nicollet Avenue. If you don't want to go to them.
Dang, that's funny. Okay.
The sound.
I'm sorry. Is this good? I
Yes,
think I'll stretch it out a lot, like a good old hot smear. I only said that because do you know what I said?
I had no idea.
Yes. It's the thing that heels have to do. Down. Crank it up.
Okay. What are you saying?
Well,
it's one of those things I don't want to stare at your teeth.
I know. That's what I mean. It's gross. Okay. I think I gotta start drooling. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Thanks, Net.
Thanks, Net.
Sometimes they come back.
Sometimes they come back.
Plain. I'm in left field.
I'm in left field?
Take a look at the video horn.
I know what you said, but I just want to hear it again.
Take a look at the video horn.
Take a look at the video board.
Look at this around the horn. What? I'm drooling. Look at this around the horn. I'd never heard that.
I hear Nicholas around the ballpark.
No. Skip. Oh, is it supposed to say that? Who says that?
It's about you. It happens pregame.
Oh, I don't know. I locked it out. Take it away, Sego.
Take it away, Sego.
Good guys score a couple.
Good guys score a couple?
Oh my God, this is so gross.
Oh my God, this is so gross.
Ice cold here.
Ice cold beer?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Whatever.
Whatever? Whatever. Okay.
Let's go, Saints.
Let's go, Saints.
Take a bus to Wisconsin and you can smoke there.
Take a bus to Wisconsin and you can smoke there.
That's one in the dog park.
That was in the ballpark or dog park.
Where are you, Josh?
Where are you, Josh?
Yes. Wow, I drooled so bad during that. That was fun. And also now you might have 4 clips to play promoting this podcast.
The look on your face with the teeth was like I was telling a joke about someone and that person was behind me and you're like, stop talking, Josh.
Oh man. That's ubiquitous. Ubiquitous.
That's what you were trying to say? Ubiquitous?
Yeah, not Nicholas. Around the ballpark.
Ubiquitous around the ballpark.
Who says that?
Lee.
Lee says that when he's introducing you.
Really?
You're probably usually doing things.
Well, because I'm just so pissed that Josh has me in the intros in the first place. And I try to make myself non-existent. And then when I'm not non-existent, all the usher-tainers, they start, have you noticed, they point at us. And so does Rob. Like when they're announcing me and you, they point, like there they are. And it's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Well, the reason I have you on there, we can take it off.
I have drool on my shirt.
This is my new Rolling Stones Umbro Scotland soccer jersey. It's full of spittle and beer. A great
I like spittle.
21st birthday. Is people will see you at every promo. So instead of like, who is this person? They want to be like, oh.
Who's that dumb blonde bitch yelling at everybody to get off the field?
Ubiquitous. What are your New Year's?
What does that mean?
It's
known? Like known to be around the ballpark?
It's kind of being a part of everything.
Everywhere?
Yeah.
I can handle that. I also have FOMO. 90% of the time, I'm at every promotion just so I can say I was there if something happens, like, and if I need to step in. But I really do want the game day interns to do the heavy lifting, like, because that's otherwise what's an internship if I'm just going to do it and they just watch me? That's not an internship.
Right.
I am more than happy to help out if we don't have enough hands. That's all fine. 10% of me being everywhere at every promotion, I have a fear of missing out. Like, what if something really funny happens and then I missed it? Sometimes that does happen. I like trivia. I miss that. But I don't know.
Every once in a while, Jordan would come running out when something happened. He's like, I was just changing my battery or putting it. That's the worst Jordan impersonation, but you know what, what I'm talking about.
Because he probably would just be like, and that's it. Because he doesn't talk a ton.
No, not a.
Shoot,
not a
I don't
talker.
have one.
Yeah.
Should I make one up right now?
Yeah. Let's do one.
You know, this is something that I've found interesting.
Professionally and personally. I'm going to give you ask for two.
Oh, man, if I say this into the world, then I have to do it. And actually, I kind of want to.
Do it.
I don't know, but I need to come up. I'm not.
Four people are going to hold your toes over the fire if you don't.
I have long toes. They're like, I call my toes, I have big feet. So I'm only 5'6", but I have size 10s. Like, yeah, exactly. I'm an ogre. And my hands are ginormous for the size of my body. Anyways, so I've always said I have model-esque feet because they're just long and skinny. Get it? Like a model.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have to hold it very far because I have long, skinny toes.
Can you pick stuff up with it?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. This job has made me very self-conscious about my feet, by the way.
Why?
Because you have to take them off.
Because you wear your wife's shoes all the time?
Not all the time, like half the time. When I started running, I used to have pretty feet. I had model-esque feet.
Does this job hurt your feet?
Yeah. No, because when you run and if you're in your feet and they're wet all the time, not the best for the toenails. So they used to have pretty toenails and they kind of went old man on me.
Do you have like athlete's foot? Is that what that is?
Well, no, but there can be a fungus. That's what happens. And then you're supposed to take a pill to help it. But I don't like the idea of taking a pill to fix my toenails. That just seems to be too much.
That's why you take that pill.
Going on.
Sure.
It's different pills. So now I just sand them down.
Gross.
But we take our shoes off when there's rain delays and stuff.
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
So I remember the first time I took it off, I was like, I wonder if people are going to judge me by my feet right now.
No, whoever's standing next to me when we're rolling the tarp, I'll tell them like, I just painted my toenails yesterday. You are welcome. Or like my fingernails too. Or I'll just be like, I just painted my fingernails. So like,
not gonna.
I'm going to look like I'm doing stuff right now, but.
I'm the opposite of you. I have a 7.5 foot double or triple D. So they're really wide at the end. They're like a duck.
I didn't even know that was a way to like size your foot.
Mm-hmm.
You can size your foot like you size your bra.
I haven't sized a bra in a while, but I would
triple
assume
D.
So. Yeah, they're really.
What do you got?
wide.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives on there?
And nope, like they're a duck. They're a little tiny heel, and they go out like that.
Fun.
But the big toe and all the way down is just a perfect line. I don't have like that one toe like my brother does. That's 6 inches longer than the other one. That can pick up a spare key if it needs to. But.
Okay.
This job has ruined my feet. But you were talking about...
Okay. This is something that I think would be fun, but I'm not committing to it yet unless I can come up with good ones.
Okay.
Zane did this before with his wife. Zane, assistant general manager of the Saints. Every month, him and his wife would give up something. So for like the month of January, they couldn't have any caffeine. And then the next month, it was no drinking. Mm-hmm. And then the month after that was I don't know, run 3 miles a day or something. I don't know. Maybe it's not always giving something up, but you have to do something or commit to refraining from or doing something extra every single month. I think that would be cool because it's essentially you just got to tell yourself it's just like 4 weeks. You can do this. And
so you can come back to it. It's not like I'm going to give up coffee a month and then the second one's beer. So now you're giving up coffee and beer. So it's stacking up.
Yeah, usually people, yes. So once January's done, whatever I gave up or did, totally fine. And I think I would like, I think I kind of want to try that maybe because I don't know. Everyone always does health ones.
Yeah.
I am already a health fanatic.
It's a good thing you got the Picari sweat.
Yeah. So that would just be like, and I love fitness and I love health. And so for me to like say something like that, that's not necessarily a resolution. That's just like fueling the fire. And I wouldn't think that's difficult to me.
Yeah.
Except for if it's like maybe one of the months I'd drink a gallon of water. Like I've done that before every single day, but now I'm usually like 90 to 100 ounces.
This has been one of those holidays that every single meal, even if it's not a holiday meal, I'm like, when this is done, I have to get back to eating well. But my wife and I have already agreed it's going to be dry January.
Yeah. I'm contemplating it. I don't know. We'll see. My issue is, this is such a dumb issue, but like it would almost be easier for me to like go dry when it's like in the summer or something because there's so much going on. Then like, I don't know, you just work a ton and eat, sleep, go to bed. But January is so boring. It's like, man, I'd just go home and sit and go to bed at probably like 7:30.
I think that's the reason, though. For us, it's like we have nothing better to do. We're watching a movie. Let's have a beer or something like that. It's like, maybe let's not do that.
But I think maybe that's what I'll try and do.
But we've got the event at CHS Field coming up, and I've got 2 shows where we actually get paid in beer.
Oh, that event. And I was like, didn't you get my text?
No, yeah. And it's like, it's going to...
One event got taken away.
I told them already, and they're all mad at me.
Are they?
Yeah, just taking money out of their pockets.
Well, all right.
Just more money for me. But I already rationalized in my mind, like, well, I can drink that. And I was like, oh, no, don't. You don't need to drink those things. Just because it's there, you don't have
So
to.
that's your personal one is dry January? Is that your resolution?
No, I was just saying I'm going to do that. My resolution is to get my shoulders back and because I have not been working out like I used to.
Oh,
so it's like,
okay. So aesthetically, I got to get strong.
back.
Do you have a strong goal or do you want an aesthetic goal?
It's kind of an aesthetic goal. Right now, I'm still working on my
mobility.
My dead arm. Mobility is a big one. So I'm swimming, making sure I'm stretching every day, and water is the big thing. I don't drink water. Easiest thing in the world to do. I never do it.
I know. That's what I mean. Like that honestly might be one of the days, a gallon of water.
And then professionally, just like you said, I want to make sure that I'm handing responsibilities or duties off to other people.
Yeah.
And not taking them on myself. That was the way it was for 2 years, and great, it had to be done. But I think I'd like to step back and say, how can we do this better and nurture other people, particularly the interns? It's fun
for sure
watching them try.
Yeah,
you know.
And, man, if it's professional, I don't know. Well, obviously, I would want to have a successful season. I think some of our promotions are actually starting to take shape, though.
Good.
That I'm excited for a few of them. Normally, 72 games. I mean, you probably want more, but if we can have like 5 that I think are really good ideas that are just going to hit, I'm happy. Because the rest, I know during the game, it's going to be fun no matter what. Not every game theme needs to be like A+. But if we can have a few that we can look back on and be like, that was really good, or that bobblehead was really good, or that double entendre was super good, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
And I think we're starting to get there a little bit.
We mentioned this you mentioned this on the last podcast, and I want to make it happen, the butter up game. I think there just has to be the butter up theme. There has to work butter into every single promotion, or if we have an open inning, definitely eating a stick of butter.
Yeah.
But how can we do that? I was like, this is brilliant, actually. Just how can
butter?
Can we butter someone's hands up? Can we just that liquid popcorn butter in beer? Just the butter up game. I think that's a good filler.
I mean, people like butter. Keto's a thing, so we could just make it like one of those. Fats. Joey, what's your resolutions personally and professionally? Putting you on the spot.
Professionally, I want to come up with something like Triple the Fun, but like kind of take it to another level. So work on that and create a really good series for that. I haven't thought of anything for personal resolutions.
I know.
Have we?
All right, you have to have one for next
Sorry.
podcast.
Okay, I'll have it.
My suggestion for leveling up on triple the fun is start hiding cameras everywhere so you can catch things as they happen. Like
Set GoPros up like everywhere.
yeah, so then it's like people can't just be on camera and have like the perfect thing to say, even though that's probably Derek is the only one that says the perfect things. Like I'm over here saying I'm here for tittle bitties. Like not necessarily what you're supposed to, but that'd be funny. I don't know.
I know a lot of times we'll film the Ushertainers with fans, but and Sierra hit it on the head. I would love to have a secret mic and hear those actual conversations in the stands, particularly if someone's. Every once in a while, you'll have someone talk back to an Ushertainer and see what their response is. Where probably behind the eyes, like,
Wasn't there one with Coach? You guys got something, right?
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite things that we ever shot. Because we had planned to do an Ushertainer mini doc, which we might still do.
Yes.
But we have a couple of these like times where we followed the Ushertainers around, and we got Coach talking to I can't even remember who.
I want to say it was something Prime. Not Corel. No. It was the Red Hawks. I know.
Yeah.
I remember that. Is it Corel Prime?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
I know where it is. I can find it, but yeah.
In the dugout, right?
Yeah, in the dugout, Coach was just like, I don't even know what he was doing.
Yes.
What did he say though?
And Corel could see.
It totally was Corel Prime, I want to say.
Okay.
He just goes, "Hey, Coach," and he's mic'd up, so he goes over there and he goes, "I can see your balls," and he was like, "Man, I'm mic'd up right now." He was like, "You can't say that. I'm mic'd up." So that will absolutely make it into the mini doc if it ever happens.
Coach commits to the bit. I'm curious if he even signs up for any April game to work, because he does not wear anything other than the shorts and the cutoff sweatshirt, t-shirt.
Too many images in my head right now. I can't think straight. Hey, have a happy new year.
Oh, are we done?
Have a happy new year. I think we're past 2:00 here.
Probably.
We got things to do.
I know. This
Places
was,
to be.
I think turning 21 was my favorite.
It's all downhill from here. It's all downhill.
I disagree. They say 30 is the new 20. So in 9 episodes, what are we going to do to top this? Shotgun a seltzer.
Oh.
Pop champagne.
Pop champagne. Oh, I'm not a champagne drinker, but the idea of
not
shotgun
really either.
seltzer, that just sounds like a gut busting.
Maybe I'll just pour mine into a cup first and I'll just chug.
I'm really excited to see that animated GIF. That's all I have to say. Happy New Year, Joey. Thank you for being here.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Can't wait to see you in 2022.
If you enjoyed what you heard, please share this with your friends. Sign up.
Give me tips on how it was the screwdriver. If it was just a pen, I would have never punctured it all the way through. Maybe I still would have. I don't know. I'm very aggressive.
We should have this could actually be its own little video.
Aren't you supposed to use a key?
That is something where you're going to end up doing this, ripping your hand open with the aluminum coming. You just want to be able to pop, turn, pop, turn.
Dang, I'll practice. I won't.
At Funny in Theory, FUNNN.
Why? Bye.
It's not strange, both things are rearranged. No one to blame. It's all for the fun of the game.